Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? So, what I'm trying to do here with this Kumo cloud, well, this is basically like the cloud just in general. Okay, this is the cloud, the simple cloud. Here's some simple candles, right? I'm using Hakanashi candles. It's pretty easy to see kind of what's going on. They're pretty much trend-based candles. They don't give you the actual price. So if you switch over to regular basic Japanese candlesticks, that's kind of what it looks like. Okay, so this is simple breakdown understanding. Now I'm over here on the monthly time frame. Okay, and this is when people say the majors and minors. This is major support and resistance, supply and demand, all that good stuff. The major levels. Okay, what we're going to be using is the higher time frames to identify the trend direction. That's the overall goal with everything, trend direction. I'm gonna switch back over to the Hakanashi candles. So you understand that if you see visually, this was going up at one point, this was going down, it's going up, it's going down, this was going up. I had some pullbacks here, right? Hence the red candles. Clearly this was going down. So as long as you have that type of understanding of this whole system, right, then it's very simple if I were to add, let's say, the cloud on here, okay? I'm going to not put the baseline on there. The baseline is going to come later. I just want you to understand the Kumo cloud itself. See, this is the cloud. It's a Kumo cloud. It's very simple Ichimoku strategy. When the candles are above the cloud, we're buying, right? Here it did pull back, right? So that's what tends to happen with the cloud. So discard, I think you said if it's above the cloud, it's buying. Yeah, well, it's pulling back. Below the cloud, we're selling. See, Kumo breakout down. It came up, did a retest. What did it do? It dropped. It's doing another retest over here, and it dropped. Retest, drop. Now it's breaking out, right? It tries to come up above the cloud, came back down, it's in the middle of the cloud. It broke up above the cloud. Here's a Kumo breakout. Keep in mind, this is the monthly time frame. So this happened, 12 candles is a year. So we're just talking about a whole year here. See, below the cloud, we're selling. Here's a pullback. Above the cloud, we're buying. This is GBP AUD. What I'm going to do is identify the level where it crossed above the cloud. This is the monthly time frame. Okay. So we know this is an uptrend. So all we got to do, right, is mark this level. Okay. I'm going to mark this level. There's a reason why we're marking this level. So when we go down to the weekly time frame, look at that. Came back up, came back down. But notice where it broke out on the weekly time frame. See, it broke out here. We even bring that here. We duplicate this line, bring that there. Okay, it broke out above the cloud. This was clearly a buy. At some point, it's coming back to this level. You see this level over here? The reason why we have this level is because it was flat on monthly time frame. See that? That's why this level is there. That's why this level is there. So it's going to come back and at some point test this level. Look what it's doing right now. It's already doing that on the weekly time frame. That's why it's coming back. So if it comes back to this level, it could retest this level and most likely bounce up, or it can come down here and bounce up. If I extend this line out a little bit, come back down here, right? Come back there, and bounce up. Or it could just break through and cross below the cloud. This is just a simple map. If we go down to the daily time frame, look what's going on over here. Look at this zone. Look at how the price came up, came down, came up, and it retested this level right here. And it pushed back up. Imagine, and this was a straight move up. If we measure, this is just off a daily time frame. We measure the straight move up. That's 2,000 pips. 2,000. We're just looking at this visually. This is a map, okay? And you can identify any pair like this. We haven't done anything else. All we're saying is candles above the cloud, buy, Below the cloud, we saw, look at how you could have caught a cell over here, right? You could have caught a cell over here, right? But on a 4-hour time frame. You guys starting to see the picture here? Seeing how you could have just been buying this whole time if you knew about this. Look at that. This whole time you could have been buying. This is a straight up trend. This entire time. Straight up trend. It went in one direction. That's just off a 4-hour time frame. Imagine if you mapped your monthly time frames like that. Or screw it. Just say you're not mapping the monthly time frame. You want to map the weekly time frames. Map the weekly, right? But you understand why the trend went in the direction that it went. So if we were to go ahead and let's just for kicks and giggles, let's go ahead and just measure that. It's 2,300 pips, 2,396 pips. Pretty sick. So that's why when we're using Odin, we can trade in one simple direction, right? We can trade in one direction, and we know this sucker has plenty room to go. Look at the pullback. Look at that drop. Okay. We know off the monthly time frame, we know the original direction. Right? We know the direction. Right? You know it's above the cloud. Okay. So once you know that, okay, once you have that in your peripheral, so now you can make sense of all these little moves over here. So this move had already happened already. So I wonder when we could have gotten in. Well, if we're on the 4-hour, right, and we know this is a pullback, it's a pullback on an uptrend, right? But look at the Kumo breakout. Look at that. If you just trade the Kumo breakout, that was 169 pips. This one over here, right? Again, we're just doing Kumo breakout. We're just focusing on when the cloud crosses above and below the cloud. Look at that. That's 569 pips in the making on a pullback. Right? I'll leave that pause and let that sink in just for a second. Okay? Look how simple and clean that was. That was just a pullback below the cloud. Very, very simple. Below the cloud. Okay? Look at this. Above the cloud. This is above the cloud. Look at our levels that we have. Our levels basically said, hey, it's more than likely it's not going to drop below. It's gonna hit up. So now that we know that, right? How crazy is this? Now let's add. We're gonna add another aspect of the cloud, which I love. I call the baseline or Kijun-sen line. Yes, you can treat this Kijun-sen line like a Kumo breakout. Once it crosses below the Kijun-sen line, guess what? That's a sell. So you actually could have gotten in much sooner. You could have gotten in way much sooner. But sometimes Kijun-sen line crosses and Kumo breakouts occur sometimes on the same level. Look at that. So you're probably saying, well, how did you know it was really going to go up? It could have just came up and came back down again, right? These are why the indicators are so vital. So I actually have the Firestone indicators. So when I load these suckers up, you understand why I would take this trade now, why I would take this sell, why I would take this sell, why I would have taken this buy. It was 2 entries per buy. This was probably the best entry for the buy. Look, it never failed you. So when you have that type of understanding of this, it makes systems like that much easier. And guess what? Over here to the top right hand side, I have the daily time frame over here. It says the daily. It says the 4-hour. It's calculated in minutes. So 240 minutes, it's 4 hours, and the 30-minute time frame. So you have the daily, 4-hour, and 30-minute. If all 3 of these are going down, what's happening here? Very, very accurate. If you have this sell symbol, All you got to do is just look to see if there's matching confluence, and you can take that trade. That's a strong chance for a trade. And then what happens is that it gives you also a meter for accuracy, right? Now this is much, much higher. What's happening is that when this is decreasing, it's meaning that we're probably hitting some sort of a pullback, right? But this is basically, you want to gauge that as far as like entry. So this is actually a very good gauge to utilize whenever using this system. So that's how I use it with, that's how we use the cloud. That's the understanding of the higher time frames. Now, when you're using it, pairing it up with not Ocean Wave is something different. It's something completely different. When you're pairing it up with something like the Super Friend trend, right? You guys understand now the value and power of this, why this works the way that it does. So I got a beast arrow. I don't just get in because I see a beast arrow. This arrow repaints. But what doesn't repaint, right, is the cloud and also these trend colors. I get in there matching colors. Orange for self. I got an early indication that this beast signal was valid. So I could have got in right here, right at the cross, when these two lines crossed. But I'm gonna wait and be a good boy and wait for both of these levels to cross. You know what else is awesome? I have a MACD sell signal. Okay, so I can take that trade. I can take this trade. And the same thing, I can map a weekly time frame, right? I can map a weekly time frame. Wait for this game to update. I'm looking for, you guessed it, Kumo breakouts or Kinnison line breakouts, right? So once that happens, then I can just mark my levels. If I go down, and let's say I'm just hunting for these flat lines, right? If I hunt for these flat lines right here, so now I don't have to worry about guessing which trend direction it's going to go in. So here's a level right here that I can go ahead and just map. I can just map that level right there. Boom. Right? That's a level right there. Okay. You can take that. You can take that level. That's off the weekly. Okay. That whole level. I can map that. What I can do is I can stretch this line if I wanted to. That's my Kumo breakout level. I want to lift it up a little bit, give myself a little bit more room. Boom, that's where the candles cross. So now I bet you anything, anything at all. And I can go down to back to the 4-hour time frame. And if those candles are matching the direction of where the trend was falling originally, right? Look at this trade. Let's see. Computer's been kind of laggy. Look at that, guys. Come on. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Look at that. You see the power of this system now? I can make these trades and trade this with confidence, right? I'm only focused on sells, right? I'm only focused on sells because I know what's happening on the higher time frame. If I go to the monthly time frame, like I did the other pair, I think I was using a different pair. Gotta wait for this thing to update. But that's the only thing. That right there is pretty much me. Here's the monthly time frame. Look at that, guys. Look at this. This is sick, right? So I can go here, mark this level over here, mark that level with a line right here. I'll just make this a 4-long line right there. Once I mark that level, now I can go back down to the 4-hour time frame or the weekly or the daily. Probably see it on the daily. Let's look at it on the daily, right? 4-hour. I already sold you guys on the 4-hour. Right? And I'm done with this video. That's how you basically are going to use this system. You know, the quick little simple analysis of the higher time frame. I mean, come on, guys. Anybody can do this. And all I'm looking for are flat levels on my cloud. These flat levels on the Kumo cloud, those are levels that you want to look at. And those are levels that you want to gauge to see where the candles are crossing. But candles crossing above, if they're crossing above, you're looking for buys. But if they're crossing below, you're looking for sells, right? You're looking for sells. So I would just map out these flat levels right here. These flat levels are everything. There's money in the bank. Boom, that's money in the bank right there, and it's giving it to you. You can do this even off the daily. I would just say, really, I would say if you get a market level on a monthly, market level on a monthly, you want to market on a weekly, market on a weekly, market on a daily. I mean, it'll work on any of the higher time frames, right? Because you just need to know the direction. You're just trying to get overall trend direction. So, and you go down to these lower time frames, and you're going to see money. You're going to see nothing but money, 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 money. Right? It's nothing but money. And now we're using the indicators just to give us extra confluence on when to get in. Look at that. Look at this, guys. Come on. Look at that drop. And that was a Kumo breakout. You could have got in right there, right? Those 370 pips. All right. Then you guys don't understand the picture. I try to make it as simple and easy as possible. The system, you know, I really kind of thought of. I was struggling with trading a lot. You know, got on a trading plan. I hooked up with the people at Firestorm. If you guys want to buy the Firestorm indicators, I have a link. I can send it to you. You guys can purchase it. It's worth it. But even if not, I have this system that I made it. You know, I made it free. You know, it's not hard. It's a very simple system to use, and it's very easy. You know, so this is a very aggressive trade, by the way. We're going to take this trade up here. Very aggressive. But look, the MACD gave you a sell signal right there. Look at where the MACD gave you a sell signal. And these are modified MACD signals, by the way. This is not a MACD that is that you find on the open market. These settings are very different. This is from these South African kids that have traded this. South Africa is blowing up. Big ups to South Africa because they are changing lives. If you ever were to change a MACD setting on any MACD, 50, 150, and 10, listen, you have the best MACD ever. It's clean and simple. So anyways, if you liked the video, hope this helped. Hope to give you an insight on my cloud, why I like to use it. But it's a no-brainer. I can do this even on my phone. It's pretty dope. All right, guys, that's it. Take care. Good night.